taking control. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Cookies and Cream Show. I'm Bebiano.
And I'm Patrick. What's happening?
Welcome back. I think episode 3. Yeah, we've
episode 3. Look at that.
We've had a pretty good run. I'm pretty excited about that. We had Erden on the show last week. He told us we did. I do want to mention that we did have to cut a lot of stuff out because some of the stuff was very inappropriate.
Extremely.
I think at one point you could even hear us talk or say a certain couple words that relate to what we actually ended up talking about. But we just had so much content. We had probably over an hour and a half. We're just talking shit, and we did have to cut it down to suit our style of length and stuff like that. We've had a lot of support. I've had a few people message me. I've had a few people reach out and tell us that we're doing a good job, that they're enjoying it, and they're finding it funny. So.
Whoa. The only thing funny is your head.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter. As long as that's what's attract people, that's fine. I'm all good to that. No,
definitely not attracting.
Well, not in a good way, of course. No, but look, we try to make everything as realistic as possible, I think, here. And the thing is, we can't always make everything the funniest, but we try to get at least good content out there. There's going to be good episodes, bad episodes, so be it. In the future, we do have plans on bringing on more guests. We're going to try to do like a one-on-one-off thing, where 1 week it's just us two, the next week it's guest, or we can be a back-to-back. It doesn't matter how we do it. It's just that's
we're just gonna see how we can arrange it.
Yeah.
If we can get a guest for this next week or the week after, if you got a double guest, so be it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be the plan, and we'll see how we go from there. How you been, bro? Actually, because I've barely spoken to you.
We haven't spoken in a while. Actually, no, I've been well. Actually, had to get my eyes tested.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How did that go yesterday?
20/20, baby.
You got 20/20 vision, actually.
Yeah, well, they call it 6/6 in Australia, because 20 is feet, 20 feet.
Oh, right.
Where 6 is 6 meters.
I see, which would be the equivalent to.
Oh, I'm assuming that's the equivalent to 20 feet. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
8 foot's 2.4 meters, roughly, give or take. So yeah, that makes sense. That'd be pretty close.
Is that? Nah, I think 8 foot's bigger than that.
No, 8 foot's 2.4 ish, because that's how we measure shit at work, which we do scaffolding.
2.4384.
Yeah, so double that's obviously what 4.8 plus 1.2 is a 4-footer.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
that's close.
And I actually I thought I did really bad actually. So that was the first time I've ever had my eyes tested, and I do recommend it. Like it's you got to look after yourself. Yeah, right. You got to get your
I don't know. I swear I've gotten my eyes checked before. Do they do like the blow test where you got to like react to blink or whatever the fuck it is?
I didn't have that. No. So I had at first they you look at they had me look at a screen, and I just had to go AWSD whatever, right? And then they'd like cover one eye, cover the other eye, and you had to do it. Yeah. And then he'd put I think it's like sort of like the microscope over your face.
Yeah.
But then he has like different filters, and he blurs it.
Yeah.
And you have to then be like, okay, that's blurry, that's clear, and then you still have to do the chart as well. Yeah, right. But I actually thought I did really bad, to be honest with you. I was like, I got out of it, and I was like, fuck, like I need glasses full time. Like that's what I thought. Yeah. It was pretty bad. But it was
we got a guest.
We got a guest. Special guest appearance.
Come here. What are you doing? How did you end up going to the shop and getting so much stuff? Come here. Come say hello to Uncle Patty. Come here. This is Kalea. This is my daughter.
Kia, what are you doing?
Hi.
Hi, Kia.
Black kisses for Uncle Patty. Oh, thank you. I say I love you.
I love you too.
I love you. Oh, thanks for coming. That's just 1 million views right there, I reckon.
Bam. Yeah? Right there, 180.
All right, go with the vault. Let me finish off this with Uncle Patty, and then I'll come play with you afterwards. Okay? Yeah? Good girl. All right, go on. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Right. Anyway, sorry, we were.
No, so I actually thought I did really bad. I thought I was gonna need glasses, and then I just when he covered him in, and he's making me read the third bottom line, and it looked like I was guessing. I reckon, yeah. Because you sort of know shapes. You sort of know the shape of the letter. You're like, oh, fuck, that's an A. It's a fucking half triangle thing.
That's right.
So, and then but he found out I actually have metal in my eye.
Oh,
Yeah, so I've got metal, and it started to like there's a little bit of rust. So now I've got to go and I've got to go see a
is that from like
specialist.
grinding shit at work and stuff like that? Like
Oh,
just the shards
yeah,
coming from there?
I dare say so.
That's
Oh, I remember
interesting.
like 2 weeks ago when I had that real infected eye.
When you had the thing. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it cleared, it got better, but then turns out
Still
I
shit in
actually
there.
still have metal in my eye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and
Fucking.
so all good vision anyway. 6'6". He sends me out, and then he goes, "Oh, by the way, here's your script for some glasses." And I'm like, "What the fuck? You just told me I had good glasses." But no, it's all right. He's just giving me glasses for like when I'm on like my phone or the computer.
Oh, so it doesn't strain. Is that
Yeah,
that'd be like
it's
the
just
blue
blue light.
filtered stuff? Yeah.
That's all it is.
I've got
That's
a couple
all
of
it
them,
is.
but apparently, the guy we used to
So,
play games with, Cinema. He
yeah,
was is an optometrist? Is that what it's called?
yeah.
I feel like a dickhead here right now.
No,
It's an
that's right.
optometrist.
That's
So
right.
that's what he does for work, and he reckons the generic ones that you can buy online and stuff like that, the ones that are like $20-30 or whatever, which is a pair of eye got. He goes, it does block out a lot of the light, but the ones that the optometrist prescribe you with block out like shitloads. I think it's like 70% of the lights or whatever like that. So it is worth
Well,
$120 for when you're on your phone and stuff like that.
I wish it was
Oh,
120
is it
bucks.
more? Is it more?
Oh, but it can be cheaper. Depends
Yeah.
on what frames you want.
She's loud, isn't he?
Because like you buy the frames and then they make the lens and fit it.
Yeah.
So I think it's like $250 or something, but health insurance covers it.
Yeah,
so
right.
that's okay. But it's just the blue filter, just to stop that light there.
Yeah.
Because like when we're on the computers and whatnot.
Of course, but luckily
But
enough,
yeah.
you don't really play games that as much anymore anyway, like that.
Oh yeah, well
But when
not
you
lately,
do,
but
it's probably nice to have.
yeah, well that's it. That's what I said to him, man. I'm like, because he goes like they ask you like how much screen time you do in a day and whatnot in a week, etc.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, other than that, fucking Mickey Mouse, man.
Good shit. Happy days.
Good shit.
And
Good shit. Happy days.
I've done fuck all this week. I just worked. I was probably sick half the week, and other than that, nothing too much important. I'm keen for next weekend though. Next weekend should be fun.
Yeah, next weekend should be good. We've got a big weekend planned next weekend.
Yeah. So we're going away.
Going down the coast, down to Kayanga for a few days with a few of the blokes we went to school with.
Ninaruma.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty fun. I'm keen just to get away, just be drinking all weekend, beach, everything. It's just gonna be
4 days just living it up.
Pretty much.
Can't wait.
Just cutting sick.
That's gonna be pretty good about that.
100%. Before we go on any further, I want to talk about something that everyone's talking about, and I got you to look it up and do a little bit of research yourself because I just seen the documentary. I think it was like last week or something like that.
Yep.
It's Christopher Watts, The Scum.
Scum of Earth.
I don't understand.
It's the Family Next Door, American Murder. I think it's called.
So on Netflix, if you're,
that's the
I think it's
Netflix documentary.
I think it's everywhere, but if you're here in Australia, it's called The Family Next Door, and it's about a man who murders his wife and let's call it 2.5 kids, 2 kids, but the wife's actually currently pregnant. I think she's like 16 weeks pregnant or something at the time.
15, I think.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I have pasta. Yeah.
I have pasta.
Can you give me like 20 minutes while I do this as well? Thanks, love. Appreciate it. Anyways, always love getting interrupted. That's all right.
No, that's all right. It happens. What are mums for?
That's it. Exactly right. So, murdered his wife, 2 kids. Also was having an affair leading up to this, which has led to believe that the mistress didn't know that this was going to happen, which is what I want to talk about. I want to know what your opinion is. However, after murdering his kids, he then took him to one of his job sites because he works in like an oil mining company or whatever like that. Dumps his kids in the big like oil tank thing, whatever it's called.
It's like a silo. I think
It's almost like a silo. It's like an oil silo. Dumps the 2 kids in there, which is fucking. If his actions prior to that wasn't fucking disgusting enough, then he does that, and then buries his wife.
Oh, he suffocates his kids before that happens.
Yeah, so this is how he
with their own fucking blanket.
Yeah, which these are the blankets that like. You know, generally the kid always has like a toy or a blanket or something that they like to go everywhere with.
Yeah,
which is one of the favorite blankets.
And there was only and the one of the girls, one of the babies, fucking was like, "No, daddy, like don't do what you just did to me." To the sister.
What are you doing to my sister? And what are you doing to mum? And blah blah blah. Like it was.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking full on. Like,
it's pretty fucked to watch, man. I'll be honest. It's not a real good watch unless you can sort of stomach.
Yeah, of course. Like you don't get to see anything necessarily.
No, but even just being. But you watch it, so it's basically all like live footage from police cams or Facebook filters. They've just grabbed it and screenshot it basically. And no, it's not a good watch, man. To be honest, like I just watched it literally 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We just got off, and my partner was bloody crying by the end of it.
Yeah, it is pretty heavy to stomach. It's very sad, and I don't understand what would go through someone's mind to be able to do something like this. Like, as you just seen just before, like I have a daughter. Like I hate disciplining my daughter. Like I hate having to discipline her, whether it's like raising my voice at her or giving her a little like smack on the hands. Like don't do that. Like
whoa, we don't smack kids.
You know what I mean? Like just to not touch things.
No,
I'm
just saying, yeah.
You struggle sometimes to do that. Even I couldn't even imagine how someone could do that to his own kids. Like,
mate, I had my niece here before. Fuck, she was running amok, man. She was a devil today. The devil. You know what I do? I give her chocolate.
Yeah, roll her up. That's awesome.
Great, no, because I don't want to. I don't like yelling at her.
So you treat her to being silly.
No, I don't treat her. I'm like, if you keep doing this, you're not going to get a chocolate. And then she's like, oh, okay. Then I'm like, do you want a chocolate? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, you got to be good.
Was she good after that?
No.
Yeah, dumb. See, this is what I mean.
And then I picked her up. And I said, I'm going to flush her down the toilet. Carried her to the toilet. She's like, I don't like it.
This is a big thing. This is a big thing in your family, eh? You guys, used to get pretty big flushed down the toilet, right?
Yeah, no.
This is not child abuse, by the way. But this is the thing. Let's talk about this.
So when we're growing up, my uncles, if we're being little shits, that's how we got punished. Like they'd put your head in the toilet, and then like someone would press the button, or they'd press the button, and you got flushed. Many times crying when you're a kid because you think it's the worst thing in the world. You can get your head flushed in the toilet, and then so I think it pretty much happened to all like me and my cousins, really.
Yeah.
It even happened to probably a few of our friends as well.
Just the culprits.
Yeah, or like the worst is like if you had a friend over and then they'd like get your friend to press the button.
Oh, that
was the worst.
At school the next
so now me being an uncle, like I'm only like now it's like what I get to discipline them by. I'm like, yeah, you want to end up in the toilet like we had to. So
because we always threaten my nephew Harley when you're around.
Yeah, to flush his head in the toilet.
And he's like, no. Then he runs around. Oh, Paddy's gonna flush my head down the toilet.
Yeah, no, it's sort of just caught on. Like, I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty funny. Like, it's all funny. It's mild harm. Like, you learn from it. Like, fuck, I learned from it. My sister learned from it. My cousins learned from it.
Yeah, look at you. You're a fuckwit still.
See? Yeah, exactly. It only look. At the same time, it only ever happened really when we were being little cunts. Like, it didn't happen.
Of course.
It didn't happen just because we were sitting on the lounge, bloody doing nothing wrong. Like, we're obviously doing something wrong, and that was their way of punishing us. I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. Flush heads in the toilet. Fuck you, kids.
Let's start a new trend.
Moral of the story: head in toilet. Boom.
See you later.
We'll straighten them up real quick.
Let's get back to this. So I did want to ask you a couple of questions with this one, just off the top of my head because I didn't write them down. What do you reckon with the mistress for this Christopher Watts guy? I can't remember her name at the time.
I think is it Nikki?
Maybe.
I think it might be Nikki.
Potentially. Anyways,
I just watched it and I still fucking can't remember.
Do you reckon that she knew? Like, she knew about him having a wife and kids. At first, apparently she didn't. Then she found out. And then she was, let's say, okay with it. Do you reckon she knew that what he was about to do? Because his philosophy was get rid of his wife and kids, and then he could have essentially a new life with the mistress, which I don't know in anyone's right mind how that was ever going to work because
I know he didn't just get divorced, but
because he tried to when he did murder his wife and kids, he tried to make it like as if they packed their shit up and left, left.
Yeah, but then when he finally came out, he said she smothered them.
Yeah, that's right.
And then so he killed her. He's like, fucking, I had no choice basically because she killed my kids. Yeah. And then turns out he killed them all.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was in court or right at the very end.
Right at the very end on the video. But look on the like Netflix documentary fucking thing. Look, she does show that she didn't know anything about it. Like she's basically like that's how it's portrayed that she doesn't know anything of it.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, basically like I knew he had kids, and I knew he was separating from his wife.
Yes.
He didn't know that they were still like together, basically, like because he hadn't spoken to her at this point about it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if she knew he was going to do that. To like, obviously, I don't think you ever know if someone's going to do that unless
That's
it's
true. Because
like,
everyone
for
thought this
a
guy was a
saint.
massive family man. Like everyone that was interviewed in that thing wouldn't have thought that he'd done it. But the first person
That's
that
what I'm
picked it up
saying.
straight
Like,
away was the next door neighbor.
yeah,
When they were checking his cameras.
when they're checking his cameras, he goes,
Yeah.
"No," he goes, it's shady. You know, he's fidgety, he's fucking this, that.
He's not normally
And
like
that-
that.
And the copper actually tried to defend him and was like, look, mate, like, imagine if you were going through this, like, and he goes, no, I understand. He goes, but that's not him. He never parks his ute up there, he never does this, he never does that.
That's right.
So no, that was very, very key footage.
Interesting. Do you reckon you could, because he had to take a what's it called? Is it nonogram or some shit like that?
Polygraph.
Polygraph. That's the one. I don't know where the fuck I got nonogram from. Anyways, he had to take a polygraph, which is like the lying test, right? Where they put all the things, the fingers, the little nodes and stuff.
And he failed it miserably.
Yeah, apparently. Do you reckon there's a way that you can false that? Like
yeah, 100%.
You can. Do you reckon? Like
100%. Yeah, because
it's heart rate and everything like that.
By my understanding, that's what it picks up. Like, if you when you have an elevated heart rate or this or that.
Yeah.
I reckon if you could master that, you could beat a polygraph for sure.
Yeah, right. Because it's like I feel like they've been wrong before.
Oh, right? They're never 100%, but they're.
But that because apparently he failed quite.
If you have like maybe an off-beating heart, like maybe like I think if you got a larger heart, I think your heart beats like on a ECG, it's like backwards. I think if you got quite a large heart, I believe. Okay. I could be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So like my neighbor, I'm pretty sure that's what happened to her. She went down, she had heart pains and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then she has like a abnormally large heart for her size.
Yeah.
And she said, on the ECG it was backwards.
Wow. Okay.
So if your beat's different to what it's meant to be, then I'm sure there'd have to be errors in it or flaws.
Or people with heart conditions, like. But
exactly.
I think it checks everything though. Like I think.
But look, back to what you're saying. I don't think she knew he was gonna kill the wife and family, like the wife and kids. I don't think. At the same time, I do think she thinks that they were she would have known that they were married. She would have been. Sure.
She would have known the story.
Yeah, I think she definitely knows that they were married and not separated.
And he was having a full blown out affair.
Yeah, blown affair. Like fuck.
I think that's the case too. Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories about going online that she fucking knew, like she was always spending time with him, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if he didn't really.
But there was a lot of points even said that she's like, she pushed him into it and stuff like that. Like if you're watching the video, like you'll hear it's sort of like a background noise of like. Just basically comments left on like on the like media pages and Facebook pages and shit like that, and it's like she pushed him to it, she was a bitch, this and that. Look, I do think she was probably a little bit too.
We're talking about his wife now,
the wife,
because that was a bit confusing there.
Sorry, I do think she was definitely more forward.
She was a very kind
she's
of
definitely like. Yeah, she even says that in it. She is the dominant one.
Yeah, she was.
She is a bit full on for me, personally. Like she was always recording everything, always in your face. Yeah. Quite a helicopter. Look, that's still no excuse.
No, there's no reason for that.
Like if that's who you fall in love with, then that's obviously you take all the good for the bad.
Yeah.
But like there was nasty comments on it, basically saying that she made him do it.
Yeah, but
it's not the case. It doesn't. That's wrong.
Absolutely not.
He deserves his 3 life sentences, mate. Let me tell you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they're still. Oh, maybe they're not. I don't know about now, but in that state, which is it Colorado?
Colorado.
Is that where they're from? Is that where they live or something like that? Anyways, whatever state they're in, I'm pretty sure.
They have the death penalty.
Right, and that's
they do.
So he got the 3 life sentences, and then like it could take up to like 6 to 12 months to decide.
No, he got off the death penalty.
He got off it. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, it does say that. So it does, in the documentary goes, basically, he chose to take those lives.
Yeah.
We are going to choose not to take his life.
Yeah.
But we're going to give him the 3 life sentences,
for
and
sure.
he'll spend the rest of his life in a correctional facility.
Which, in my opinion, I think is a lot more than the death penalty, because obviously the death penalty,
Yeah.
will know he's dead. Like, that's the easy way out.
The easy way out. Now he has to live with it.
Yeah, let him suffer, let it play
Yeah,
mind games,
100%.
like that.
I think he deserves to sit there behind bars, and he can reflect on what he's done. Like, this, like, if you look at the videos, man, he genuinely looks like he loves his kids. You know,
that's what blew my fucking mind.
In the videos, but the wife genuinely loved him. Genuinely loved him. Like, she had a heart of gold in it, basically.
Yeah.
Like, for him.
Yeah.
And he just basically threw it away.
For this, because he was a little bit of a larger bloke coming towards the end, then he started losing weight and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it said he was like 275 pounds, and then he went down to like 185. I think it was like that.
Yeah, he really pulled it off, the gym and stuff like that, and
like he was really looking after himself, which was nice. But obviously, you know, you start to look good, you start to feel good, your confidence has come up, and I think she even worked with him. That's how I think they met.
Okay, I didn't know about that part.
I can't remember now. I just watched it, and I'm pretty certain that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that's how they met.
Capital punishment, yay or nay?
Elaborate. I don't know.
Capital punishment, like the death penalty.
Look, for me, I'm real dependent on the case.
Right. So you think at some given point, someone should die as the penalty?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, see, I like to think I do, but then you like we just talked about, what's actually...
Where's the line?
What would be better though? Like, with them spending the rest of their life
for me, it depends what they've done. Like, man, if you kill your wife and kids, I want you to suffer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want you sitting in a room with fucking four white walls.
That's the thing. That's not how it is in jail nowadays. Like,
I understand that, but
there's everything in there now, dude. Obviously,
I understand
on the security level.
You know, you get good behavior, this and that, but ideally, you know, in an idealistic world, I would like him to suffer in there.
Yeah.
You know, I want it playing on his mind. You know, I want him to hear his kid's voice saying, "Fucking no, Dad, don't do this. Don't do this to me." You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. I want him to suffer, man.
I just want to know what point made him turn to that monster, so to speak. Like, at what fucking point do you go...
Well, he had sex with her that morning, right? Sorry, the night before.
When she got home, because she arrived like 2-3 in the morning.
She got home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
From a weekend away.
She got to bed. They had sex, and then he woke up earlier, and then he's like, "Look, we can't do this. It's basically over."
So
then they got in a fight, and then he killed her.
This is going off his.
Yeah, this is going off his. Yeah. But then there was another. I think it was one of his friends or family reckons he killed her when she was dead. I mean, killed her when she was asleep, because there was no marks on him, no scratches. Like, you're not going to just give into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're going to fight back at some point.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just, I don't know. Like,
but you know what the worst part? Well, I'm not going to say. Hang on, don't worry.
You're going to say something inappropriate, or?
No. I was going to say, do you know what the worst part is? But the worst part was him killing the 3 of them.
Of course.
But I was going to say, like, in my opinion, she was better looking than the mistress anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I know that's pretty fucking cruel to say, but
yeah, well,
like, I feel like but I don't fucking know, dude, because it's like,
I know this
is gonna sound fucked up, right? In a life or death situation, I think in a life or death situation, let me make this very clear, that I would be able to defend myself, even if that meant I don't want to say the word, to make sure the other person can get back up. Let's just say it that way, right? In a life or death situation, right? Depending on what the fuck it was, right?
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the law states you're allowed to use enough self-defense to protect yourself. So if they've got a knife, you're allowed a knife.
Right. Like, I'm not saying I'm just going to go out
so to speak,
like it's the Purge or something, right?
No.
If I
hang on, whoa. So I'm going to interrupt. I want to interrupt. Purge, yeah or nay?
If I answer that now, then I'm going to look like a fucking psycho, because I just said that I would if I had to. I feel like I don't hate that many people, and I hate them that much. I feel like if the Purge existed, I would just go for like people like Christopher Watts, people that have done that shit. you know what I mean, like pedophiles and all that stuff. I feel like,
but you don't have to kill someone.
No, but
Like,
if I had to get involved, those are
you
the
can
people.
you can steal shit.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, if it's like anything, but like if it was normalized, then you wouldn't have to question it.
You wouldn't know
This
any
is
different, I
hypothetical,
suppose.
right? I don't know. I'd like to think there wouldn't be anyone out there that'd like to kill me, but it's like that. I don't know. So I can't.
I'd like to
Because you
punch you
got
in
to
the
think
face.
it's just as much offense as it is defense.
I'd like to punch you in the face.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can do that whenever.
But no, look, I don't know what his breaking point was. I really don't. To be honest, I don't know if there is necessarily a breaking point. I feel like if you're capable of that, there's already something wrong with you.
True. This is the
Like
problem
I had to a degree. Like, fuck, obviously, you know, life death situations come. You know, you're gonna adrenaline come, whatever. You know, if you have to self defend yourself. But I think if that's in your head to kill your wife and kids, there's something wrong with you. Like, I don't think any normal person thinks like that.
Absolutely.
Especially just to start a new life.
Let's
go away from that.
This
anyway.
has gone real down.
Yeah, real down.
I just didn't want to address that because I know this is what everyone's talking about. And
give it a watch. Give it a watch. Family Next Door on Netflix. It's
not
definitely
a bad documentary. It's not a bad one. The
no,
same
it's
as
definitely.
it reminds me of it doesn't remind me of, but it's just like I love those documentaries where they show you all kind of perspectives, like the whole thing with Madeline
Madeline McCann.
That's the one. That's an interesting one to watch as well because it's like the first episode. Because obviously everyone has their own theories. It still hasn't been announced as to what happened. Some people think it's the parents. Some people think it's someone else. Blah blah blah. Because there's a lot of child trafficking happening in overseas and stuff like that. But that one specifically was an awesome documentary because like you watch the first 2 episodes, you're like, maybe it was the parents. And then you watch the next ones. It's like because it never states.
It's
it
like
never points it in their direction. It kind of just shows you the neutral thing. So it's kind of like you're making your own decisions, and like at some of the episodes, you're like, "Oh, it was definitely the fucking parents." And then the other ones, you're like, "Doesn't make sense for it to be the parents."
But that's what makes any good series, you know,
course,
that has you second guessing yourself.
Of course.
I think that was the same with the William Tyrrell.
I don't recall that one.
The kid with the Spider-Man shirt.
No, I don't remember this one. Oh, the focus.
Yeah, you'd know it for sure, man. I'm pretty sure his name is William Tyrrell.
Anyways, what is that same thing?
He went missing. He was at his grandmother's house. Disappeared, gone.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes me question about the Madeline McCann one is I think it was the mum. They had the doll or the blanket, whatever it was, that she would always have it. And at one point she goes, I want to keep this doll so close, like I don't even want forensics to have it because it smells like her and stuff like that. Like it reminds me of her. Then she goes and washes the fucking doll before they do the forensics on it. To take all the traces off, like blood and everything like that. I was like, see, that to me, that's fucking dodgy, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wash it. You'd want
I'm pretty sure that's. I'm pretty sure
because they'd just be like, okay, that's your DNA, that's her DNA. Okay, what else have we got?
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure she ended up doing something like that as well.
But hang on, this brings me to another whole category.
Yeah,
cunts are fucking stupid with how they kill people and this and that. Like, they asking to get caught.
Yeah, 100%. They do a lot of dumb
like,
shit.
You know, you watch all the stuff, Criminal Minds or fucking not Criminal Minds, but like the actual like real life scenarios, documentary things that they do. People are just dumb. Like they'll go back to the site, for instance, the next day, or they come home and call someone, or they take their phone with them and get traced. Like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. I think. I don't know. Like, I feel like in that moment, you're bound to make a couple mistakes, unless you've done it on a smaller scale and you've worked your way up to it and you're prepared to do that kind of stuff.
Okay, I feel like if the scenario ever happened, not that I will do this, if the scenario ever happened, I feel like I'd be planning this shit out. Like, it wouldn't just be like, I'm not going to wake up and do it out of fucking anger.
This is what makes me lead to believe that he just flicked a switch. I don't know what the fuck happened for
him.
Yeah, for him, he wasn't planning this that long.
In this case, he's flicked a switch. For me, I'm planning that shit out. I'm like, okay, you've pissed me off on day 21. It's going to take now fucking 10 years to plan it.
Yeah.
And then I'll never be caught. I'm telling you.
I think personally, what happened was when she went away that weekend, that's when he decided to do it. She would have been.
because he realized the good life.
That's right. Because he went out on a date that with the
Yeah.
mistress and stuff like that. I feel like he would have just gotten so sick of her shit from like, why are you calling me? Why are you texting me? Why are you this? How's the kid? Blah blah blah. Like her being up in his face, like she always was.
No, but that's because they were fighting before
Yeah,
she left.
but
So she's obviously trying to fucking make effort to make it better. Anyway, like, look, I don't want to chat about this too long. It's a bit dark. Let's lead away from that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, I want to tell a funny story that I actually remembered the other day because we're going this weekend, and something always, this is like the put the whole packet on from back in the GXS podcast we did once. So we went. One of our friends. I'm not going to mention any names here because I don't want anyone else to get in trouble, stuff like that. We went to a party to do, let's call it security, right? Really, we were just there to make sure that if anything broke out, we were there to tame the situation, to control it, whatever, right? So there was about, I think it was like 5 of us or whatever that went there, and it was one of my mates' friends from work, his younger brother's 18th or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we went there, it was all goods, and we're sitting there, and I'm a loud person, I'm energetic, but meeting someone for the first time, I'm kind of quiet and placid, sitting there in the corner, like just feeling the moods. And some motherfucker whips out a joint, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's have a joint. And fucking, puff, pass, blah, blah, blah. And then we're sitting there and all this shit.
Why are you whispering?
Oh, I don't know. Am I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
They handed me a joint.
Oh, yeah, because I got fucking people around. Don't need to announce it to the whole world. Anyways.
That's literally what you're doing.
Yeah, but this, you know what? It's all right. It doesn't matter. Listen, let me go on with the story. Somehow we ended up talking about the DJ that was at the back. There was a lot of people there, right? And someone's like, "Oh, have you seen the DJ? He's a really short person, a dwarf, a midget, however you want to call it, right? Let's call him the Midget DJ, right? He's like, "Oh, have you seen the DJ? He's a midget." And us all being blazed and stuff like that, we're like, "Nah, fuck or whatever. You're just talking shit, blah blah blah." Me and one of my other mates were like, "Fuck, I want to see what this cunt looks like." So we walk around the party. At the same time, we're making sure like no one's in the house and everyone's just control. It's an 18th, you know what I mean? People are wild. We go up to the back, like the back grass area, which is where the DJ set up, and there's a normal bloke there playing the fucking music, and the kids are having a good time, drinking, dancing, blah blah blah. And we're like, yeah, fucking.
Probably couldn't see him.
No. Like, we walked right up to the table, like this is no bullshit, right? We're like, oh fucking. Cunt's talking shit, right? We go back there, we're all having a laugh. Oh, you're talking shit. The guy's like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, we just went there. He's like, well, fuck, I don't know. He was there earlier. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Night goes on. Shit starts happening. Like, it just, everything always happens when we're fucking blazed, right? Someone ends up passing out in the front, blah, blah, blah. I think there was like a mini fight. Anyways, we ended up kicking someone out, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the party started dying down towards the end of the night. And after this, like, we're ready. More joints come out and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was fucked. I'll tell you right now, I was fucking on another planet. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to do a lap again to make sure everyone's settled down and make sure everyone's like packing up their shit and leaving, blah, blah, blah. And same mate comes back out with me to do the rounds and we walk around, yeah, you're right, blah, blah, blah. And like, it was so funny because everyone was like intimidated by us because we were just older. That was it. Like, half of these guys probably would have fucking belted the shit out of me, but that's not the point. So we're walking around. We got up to the back porch, the back area, and we just wanted to see to make sure that, everything was all right. What the fuck is there? At like the end of the night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We look at the DJ booth. Sure enough, there's a fucking guy about fucking 1 meter tall, and we both look at each other and we're like, the Midget DJ, like the whole night. We did not believe that there was a short person DJ. Bro, this guy was tiny as shit, bro. We could not stop fucking, you know what I mean? Because we're having joys and shit. We're just laughing our ass off the whole night. We could not believe that at the end of the night, there was a fucking Midget DJ. Like, it was just one of those fucking, you wouldn't believe it unless you were there kind of situation. It was like fucking funny as shit, dude. Because you remember the whole put the whole packet on stuff,
yeah,
right? Like, something always happened every night, right?
Every time.
And it was like, is this fucking actually happening or what? Like, you know what I mean? So it was one of those moments where it was like, this can't be fucking real, right? Like, this is not happening. The Midget DJ. It was pretty fucking funny. I couldn't stop laughing because he looked funny too. So
that brings me a bit more of a point here. When I was a kid, like, obviously, you don't know any different, like I didn't know you can't yell out midget and laugh. Like,
yeah, of course.
I didn't know that. I was a kid, I don't know why. I just had a fascination with them. I thought it was the funniest thing. I used to, I think I was maybe 8 or something, and then I'd be walking in the shops, and I'd be like, a midget, and just start laughing. My mum's all embarrassed, or my sister's embarrassed, my auntie, or whoever I was with. Like, you can't say that. Now, like, I realised, it's wrong.
Yeah,
it's actually like dwarfism is a medical condition.
Yes.
We do acknowledge that.
Yes.
We're not laughing at you.
We're laughing with you.
With you, at you, same.
No. But yeah, I don't know if this is. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I don't see these people with this medical condition anymore. Like many of them.
No, it's like phased out, isn't it?
I don't know if it's phased out or if they're all fucking hibernating together or something. I don't fucking know. But man,
yeah, dude, they're like a fucking clan, man. They have their own little village,
right?
And it's going to be a fucking midget uprising.
I know where it is. It's on the other side of the rainbow.
That's a leprechaun, you fuckwit.
Same. It's same. That's naughty.
A pot of gold.
I'll probably have to edit that. Oh wow.
Fuck it, leave it in.
No, so next weekend should be pretty fun.
So we should have some good content for next week. We are going away for a few laughs, have a few beers on the beach.
I think next week
it'll be delayed.
It will be delayed or it will be pre-recorded. One of the two.
Either. Oh, no, it won't be pre-recorded because we want to do after that weekend.
Right. Okay. So we'll talk about...
hang on. It doesn't really matter what we do. But anyway, there is going to be one. If it's going to be the next one, or the one after, not too sure. Just stay posted. There'll be some funny stories in that, hopefully.
Yes. So yeah, there's about 10 of us going or something, isn't there?
I think even more than that. I think there might be 12, 13.
Yeah, right. Okay. I thought there was only like 10 of us. I did the maths.
Yeah, your maths isn't real good, but...
I know there's 4 in Jensen's car, 2 in mine,
it doesn't...
2 in yours, 6, 4, 10. That's 10 for me. I don't know, unless there's other 2 people that I don't know about.
It might be 10 and then was meant to be 12.
I think that's right. That's right. But yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun.
So look, we'll either pre-record for next week, and then that weekend will be the following after. So number 5, if you want to catch that.
Number 5 will be able to tell lots of stories from the weekend.
Yeah, so I'll be number 5 that will be able to tell the stories. I'd say we'll probably try and get a guest on for number 4. Yes. So if you want to stay posted for that, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. I think we've been.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, look at you! That's my line.
Yeah, but yeah. I'm going to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. All right. You can do the whole outro then. You can do the intro.
Nah, you're all right. I don't mind. I don't want that much responsibility.
Oh, well, fuck, Well, we do appreciate you guys. If you've made it this far, as always, we do appreciate you. We love you guys. Like Patrick said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Even like the Facebook post or like the video itself. We're going to try and post a little bit more from our actual Facebook page as well, because I noticed we've got the page, we just don't really
put it there yet.
Try to reach out with that page. We do have all social medias. You'll probably see it go across the screen or the top or bottom during the video. You'll see we got the Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Facebook. We also have our TikToks, which we just generally kind of put highlights. However, if you do follow the TikTok or the Instagram page, we might have videos of next weekend on there going up, or photos. Or
yes, so hopefully a few little uncut scenes as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we do. Just before we go, we will say that we do, when we try to post to YouTube, we do try to keep it as not PG, but we try to keep it as mature as possible. But on all our social medias, it's just fucking open field. Just cut sick, have fun, and you get to see a lot of uncut stuff. So do check into those. Even if you don't follow them, just come have a look. It'd be funny as.
No, definitely follow them.
Definitely follow them.
Otherwise don't bother coming and look.
I'm too polite.
We don't want you.
I'm too polite. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Keep sharing the love. We do appreciate you guys. We love.
See you on the next one.
Feedback. All right. Ciao.
Kapow.
We could be taking control. Yeah.